Okay, Assalamualaikum everyone. Okay, can you see the screen that I've shared? Is it clear? Okay, boleh lah. Okay, so this is actually from your textbook, page 56. Okay, so if you want it to be a bit clearer, you can uh, refer to your textbook lah. Okay, so today we are going. Okay, so sebenarnya kita ni in the same chapter also, that is being a teen. Okay, and then before this, I think we've discussed about education and whatnot, kan? Okay, so this listening task, I'm going to give you the link later lah. It is in a form of Google form. Okay, so I will give you the link later so that you can try it yourself a bit later. Okay, so for today, we're going to do some writing. Okay, so uh, writing a paragraph expressing opinion. Okay, so let us look at the first part. Which statement below about e-books do you agree the most? Okay, there's three statements here. Okay, the first one is e-books are green and some are even free. They are the best. Okay, so what does the writer mean by green? Okay, this word here, green. What does it mean? Anyone would like to share? Yes. Okay, green here, it doesn't mean that green in color. Okay, green means eco friendly. Okay, so that's the first statement lah. Okay, the second statement, there will always be oops, I drop it problem. No, not for me. Okay, I drop it. Agak-agak it ni apa benda? What does it refer to? It. It tu refer kepada apa? Yes, okay, so e-books lah. Okay, maybe it refer to e-books or the gadgets lah, because for you to read e-books you would need to use gadgets. Okay, so what about this third statement? Okay, what's all the fuss about? I think they're just a passing fad. Okay, a passing fad is a phrase here. Maksud dia passing fad ni kira fashion lah. Okay, ataupun kiranya trend. Okay, so meaning that e-books ni is just a trend. So maybe right now it is trending. Maybe in next year it wouldn't be anymore. Contohnya lah. Okay, that's the statement, the third statement. So out of these three statement, which one do you agree? Kan soalan ni kan, which one do you agree the most? Okay, so yang ini is up to you lah. Okay, kalau if you really think that e-book is something that is uh, beneficial, then there are followers of e-books, there are those who really like e-books, maybe you would say that e-books, you would agree to this statement lah. Okay, statement dia yang e-books are green and some even free. Okay, kalau yang ini, the second statement, agak-agak dia sokong yang mana? E-books ke paper books? So the situation here is there's two things. Okay, so it's e-books versus paper books. So the second statement tu dia sokong yang mana? Dia kata no, not for me. Dia tak risau pun jatuh-jatuh ni. Paper boat lah. Okay, so paper boat ni kan dia kertas jatuh daripada tingkat 3 pun dia selamat lagi kan, jiwa. Okay, so the second statement would show that the the one who made the statement agrees to paper boat. Okay, number 3. What's the fuss about? I think they're just a passing fad. So third statement ni dia agree to e-book ke paper book? Paper book. Sebab dia kata lah e-book ni sekejap je trending, tengah trending dia adalah followers, lepas ni tak adanya. Macam tu, okay. So third statement will be paper book, second statement also paper book, and then the first only agrees to e-book. Okay, now let us move on to the next section. Okay, read the task below and underline the keywords. Then read the two different opinions expressed in the paragraph that follow. Which opinion do you agree with? Okay, so the first one is ini dia punya soalan lah. Okay, e-books are much better than paper books and will eventually replace them. Do you agree? So in this textbook, there are two opinions. Okay, the first opinion. E-books are becoming more and more popular and there are many reasons for this. Okay, looking at the first sentence here, ayat pertama ni kan, agak-agak apa dia punya stand? Agree or disagree to this statement? Yes, dia agree. So we can know that this opinion number 1 ni is actually agreeing to the statement lah. Dia memang sokong e-books are much better. Okay, so when you are writing a paragraph to express your opinion, to talk about opinion, the first sentence would show your stand, or it will be a general statement. Tengoklah, okay, kalau yang ini contoh dia, e-books are becoming more and more popular and there are many reasons for this. So it's a statement, and then it's a statement that agrees to e-books are better than paper books. Okay, second sentence. Firstly, e-books are more eco-friendly than paper books. By having electronic versions of books, we save paper, trees, and indirectly our planet. Besides, e-books are in many ways more convenient than paper books. For instance, we can store thousands of e-books in the same space and you would need for one paper book. Just think of how convenient that can be for schools or when traveling. Furthermore, in addition to online bookshops, many learning libraries also have e-books collections. Now, in other words, if you want to buy or borrow a book, you don't have to wait for opening hours or delivery. The way I see it, e-books are the future and will eventually take the place of paper books. Okay, dah baca this paragraph kan? Okay, dia ada berapa point yang menunjukkan dia ni sokong? Dia bagi berapa point? 5. Kalau dia ada points and also elaboration. Okay, so kalau if you notice, perasan tak yang the ones highlighted there? Okay, the one in purple. Okay, yang ini perkataan firstly, besides, for instance, furthermore, in other words, and the way I see it. So all these are actually linking words. Kalau in VM, maybe you can see penanda wacana lah. Okay, so these linking words or phrases, there are certain functions. Okay, or there are specific situations that you can use these linking words. Okay, kalau kita tengok the first one, firstly, okay, yang itu adalah kita bila kita nak list or add points. Okay, so if you look at page 57, on the next page, ada kat sana. So linking words ada 4 situations where you can use. So the first one is listing. Sekejap ya, saya tunjuk kat sini juga. Okay, so we have listing or adding points. You can also express contrast to show differences. Okay, express contrast, nak tunjuk A is different with B, macam itulah. Okay, add points is like 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, macam itulah. Okay, you list or adding points lah. Okay, and then the third situation where you use linking words is when you give examples, and lastly giving opinions. Okay, macam mana nak tahu berapa banyak points yang digunakan? You look at this one, listing or adding points. Biasanya lah. Okay, giving examples, giving opinion, usually it's when you give elaborations lah. Okay, now moving back to the first opinion. Kita tengok. Okay, firstly, kita guna firstly e-books are more eco-friendly than paper books. Okay, so now you would know already this is actually the first point given here. They state e-books are more eco-friendly. Ini point dia. Kenapa e-books are much better? Because e-books are more eco-friendly. Okay. Next point. Besides, e-books are many ways more convenient. Ini point dia. So dia ada 2 point. Okay, so firstly dengan besides so first is eco-friendly, second e-books are convenient. Okay, so untuk eco-friendly, apa dia punya elaboration? Dia kata bila eco-friendly ni kan, okay, so by having electronic versions of books, we save paper, trees and indirectly our planet. So itulah sebabnya e-books are eco-friendly. So dia bagi elaboration kat sana. Okay, next point. The next point is e-books are more convenient. Kenapa more convenient? Kenapa mudah? So dia bagi contoh kat sini. For instance, dia bagi contoh. Okay, contohnya e-books ni lebih mudah sebab you can store thousands of e-books in the same place. Okay, that you will need for one paper book. Okay, untuk satu paper book tu, space yang sama kita boleh guna untuk store thousands of e-books, because e-books ni kan dalam bentuk file tu kan. Okay, so maybe you would store all of them in a cloud storage, or you would store in your handphones or gadgets or e-book readers. Okay, so sebab tu dia kata e-books are more convenient. Okay, apa lagi elaboration dia? Dia bagi tahu yang e-books ni more convenient. Dia letak furthermore. So furthermore dia nak sambung lah. Dia nak cerita balik kenapa e-books are more convenient. Because of the online bookshops. Okay, we have online, in addition to online bookshops, that is where we buy these e-books. Okay, there are also lending libraries. Libraries yang biasa ni yang ada e-book collections. And in other words, okay, the writer is still talking about point more convenient. Dia bagi elaboration kan. Okay, in other words, if you want to buy or borrow a book, you don't have to wait for opening hours or delivery. So you can see that all these sentences, it talks about convenience. Okay, so same goes. When you are writing a paragraph to express your opinion, macam ni structure dia. First, you have to write a general statement. Okay, so after the general statement, you list your points. So mungkinlah point 1. Okay, lepas point 1 kena ada elaboration. Okay, so elaboration macam tadilah, eco-friendly. Dia bagi satu je sentence for elaboration. Or if you have more ideas, you can do it like point 2 here. Yeah, point 2 dia ada elaboration and examples. Okay, so macam ni lah dia punya susunan dia. Okay, how does the writer ends the paragraph yang ni, ayat dia yang terakhir? The way I see it, so that is the sentence connectors that you can use to give opinion. The way I see it, ebooks are the future and will eventually take the place of paper books. So bila ayat terakhir ni, you are going to restate your stand. Restate stand. Setuju ke tak setuju? Agree or disagree? So if you look at this sentence, the way I say ebooks are the future and will eventually take the place of paper books, nampak dah what your stand is. You strongly believe that ebooks will take the place of paper books. Okay, so far ada soalan? Okay, so if there's no question, we are going to move on to the second opinion. Okay, so let us read this second opinion. So many people are quick to say that e-books will soon replace paper books. So this writer starts the paragraph with a general statement. Kata banyak orang mesti cepat dia cakap e-books ni akan menggantikan paper books. However, however, am not one of them. So sekarang ni, daripada ayat ni, what can you conclude? The writer, does he agree or disagree to the statement? Yes, dia disagree. Betul. Yes, dia disagree. Sebab dia kata, however, saya sebaliknya am not one of them. So one of them ni maksudnya ni lah, the many people who says that e-books will soon replace the paper books. Okay, so dia dah bagi tahu dah dia punya stand. Okay, it may be true that e-books have certain advantages over paper books, but paper books are not threatened by them. So this writer dia uses 3 lines to share his opinion. Dia punya stand, dia bagi tahu kan. Okay. First of all, ni pun nak masuk point dia. Dia guna, first of all, we must not forget that paper books are a part of our culture and heritage. Our libraries hold great cultural and historical treasures. Okay, first point dia. Apa point dia? Apa point dia yang mengatakan paper book ni lagi hebat, lagi best? Yes, okay, so the writer says that the paper books are a part of our culture and heritage. So ni point pertama dia. Second point, dia kata apart from that, so this shows ending. Okay, apart from that, there's the reading experience. Book lovers know that there is something like curling up on the sofa with a good book, finally feeling the touch of the pages and smelling the paper. So what is the writer's next point? Betul. Dia punya point dia reading experience. Lepas tu daripada sini sampai sini is actually the example. Dia bagi example tu sebenarnya. Dia bagi contoh situasi. Okay, if you notice, okay, kalau if you notice, there's actually ada tanda nokta bertindih kat situ kan, perasan tak? Okay, so that shows that the writer is, dia terus dia sambung, dia bagi example. Dia tak adalah nak kata for example, book lovers tak payah. This is also a way, a technique, a writing technique. Okay, so book lovers know that there's nothing like curling up on the sofa. So dia pun cerita lah macam mana book experience tu. Okay, perasaan duduk atas sofa, golek-golek, membaca. Okay, and then the feeling the touch of the pages. So kalau e-books tu tak ada, nak selak-selak buku tu tak ada. And then the smelling of paper. Okay, especially the smell of new novel, bau dia kan dia lain kan. So only book lovers that appreciates this experience would love paper book. Macam tu lah. Okay, lepas tu dia kata sambung lagi, there is something e-books cannot provide. Finally, dia bagi point lagi, okay, e-books require expensive e-book readers which can easily be damaged if you drop them. So what is the writer's last point? Dia fragile, lepas tu dia cerita pasal yang inilah. Dia kata require expensive e-books readers ni. Okay, so e-books reader ni it can be it will be gadgets lah. Okay, sebab e-book ni kan dia files kan, so you would need a tab, a computer, a phone. Okay, so dia kata, sebab tu dia kata fragile, sebab it can easily be damaged if you drop them. So yang ini dia pun bagi elaboration. Tak best pun, dah lah expensive, fragile kat tu, so dia kata easily be damaged. Okay, also their batteries need charging regularly. So bila dia kata also ni, so it is actually adding points to yang mana satu. Which point does it add to? Their batteries need charging regularly. Okay, so the writer dia cerita pasal yang ni lah. Dah lah, book readers ni dah lah expensive, easily damaged, lepas tu needs charging regularly, which can be inconvenient. So for the third point, dia bagi lots of examples and elaborations lah on the expensive book readers. Okay, so how did the writer ends the paragraph? Dia kata, personally I believe. Okay, so yang ini dia ulang balik apa stand dia, agree or disagree. Dia kata, personally I believe that paper books will remain the main form of reading for most people. So looking at the last line, you understood that this writer is actually leaning towards paper books. Okay, boleh Any questions? No, okay. So sekarang ni kita tengok dekat linking words Okay, linking words, we have listing or adding points, expressing contrast, giving examples, and giving opinions. So all these blank spaces is where you fill with the linking words or phrases highlighted in opinion 1 and opinion 2. Okay, so agak-agak for opinion, for listing or adding points, what are the linking words yang missing tu? First of all. Yes, firstly. Lagi? Yes, besides. Also betul. Lagi? Yes, furthermore. Okay, furthermore, always make sure that your spelling is correct. Selalunya orang selalu tertinggal the first R ni. Okay, lagi? Yes, finally, betul. Yes, okay, so in other words. Yang ini, expressing contrast. Ada lagi kita tinggal apa lagi? Dah cukup dah. Yes, thank you. Apart from that. Okay, so what about expressing contrast? There's only one being used in the opinions. It is in the second opinion. Okay, however, yes. Okay. So kalau if you remember, the writer kan ayat yang in the second opinion kan. I, however, saya sebaliknya. So contrast lah tu. Okay. Giving examples. Yes, okay. For instance. Okay, what about giving opinion? Okay, dua-dua lah. Okay, so the way I see it, okay, so when you are writing your paragraph later, okay, you can use all the other ones lah. Okay, to begin or to start with. Secondly, in addition, moreover, last but not least, lastly. Okay, semua boleh guna lah. Ini expressing contrast, ada although, while, on the one hand, on the other hand, boleh. Okay, so cumanya before I forget, when you are writing your paragraph, usually you have to this time around you have to count your words. Okay, so kalau for linking phrases, it's different from Malay. Macam ni kan, from my point of view. Okay, so it will be 5 words. Okay, dia tak kira macam satu. Kalau satu tu is in Malay language kan. Okay, for BM maybe you count as one. Tapi for English, as long as ada space kat tengah ni, okay, everything is considered one. So ni 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 words. Okay, reminder kan. Okay, so for this week, what you have to do is inilah. Okay, so the situation given to you is computer classes should be compulsory for all students in primary and secondary schools. Do you agree? Okay, so sebelum nak start tu, maybe you can fill in here lah the advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so do you think that computer classes should be compulsory? Apa benefit dia? So advantages ni you can talk about the benefits lah. Okay, why is it important for you to have a computer class? Yes, students can learn how to use computers kan. Okay, so advantages dia, students will become skilled at using computers. Okay, boleh. Ataupun kalau nak sebut, they will become computer literate pun boleh. Okay, lagi? Okay, yes, okay. So easy to find information kan. So ayat tu pendek, bagi panjang kan. Macam mana? So students, malah panjang. Okay, students will be able to use computer quickly and effectively. Sebab nak senang cari information kan. Effectively, which, okay, bila kita, when students are able to find the information they need quickly, how does it help them? Yes, okay, you can say that it, which Kan ni which kan. So bagi contoh, which helps them in their studies, which will help them when doing work or research for other subjects. Macam tu lah, you give examples. Okay, nanti maybe you can think of one more advantages later. Okay, what about the disadvantages? Kekurangan kalau pergi kelas komputer ni, apa yang tak best? What is the downside of going to computer classes? Okay, are computer classes free? Are computer classes free? No, you have to pay the computer fees kan. Lepas tu nak kena bayar masa internet, apa semua. Okay, so you can talk about the money spent on computer classes. Kan computer classes ke, and then you have to buy the devices, the gadgets. Okay, so yang ini kita focus on the fees lah. So money spent on the computer classes can instead salah je. Boleh sebaliknya, can instead be used for bagilah contoh. So daripada guna duit tu nak pergi computer classes dia, eloknya duit yang digunakan untuk bayar yuran tu dibuat untuk ... Nanti you think of lah. Okay, ada lagi tak disadvantages? What about the time spent? Okay, so maybe you can talk about there's yes, betul. Okay, you can talk about there's a lot of time being spent in front of the computer. Then maybe teenagers or teenagers lah kiranya kan, students in primary and secondary schools will develop an unhealthy habit of being in front of computers, and maybe diorang tak keluar rumah ke, macam tu lah, you give examples lah like that. Okay, so before I end this class, let us look at these tips. So before you start writing a paragraph expressing an opinion, read the writing task carefully and underline the keywords. Okay, macam ni lah kita underline keywords ni kan. Okay, think about the topic and all the advantages, disadvantages, arguments for or against, etc. So sebenarnya dalam exam dia tak penting you agree or disagree. Yang pentingnya point, ada ke tak ada. Katakanlah in the exam you would consider, you have to weigh lah, kita tengok advantages and disadvantages. Antara dua ni, between the advantages and disadvantages, which point do you have more? Okay, katalah in this situation kita ada advantages tu lebih, katalah agree. Kalau advantages, you agree. Kalau disadvantages tu banyak, maybe you can say you disagree to the statement that computer classes should be compulsory. Tengoklah. Okay, so and then the next tip is choose 2 or 3 of them that you think are the most important and you have idea to write about. Ini penting, you have idea to write about. Kalau tak, nak tulis paragraph tu pun rasa macam susah. Okay, when writing, you have to state your opinion in the first sentence. Okay, this is what I told you earlier. Develop the paragraph by clearly stating your supporting arguments. Kena clear whether you agree or disagree. Okay, and then the next tip is provide any necessary explanation or justifications. Okay, ingatlah dia punya flow tadi. If possible, give examples to make your points clear. End the paragraph by rephrasing your opinion or making a general comment. Don't forget to use linking words or phrases to list points, add points, express contrast, give examples, and give your opinion. Okay, so again, when you are writing your paragraph, you have to follow this structure. Okay, general statement, point elaboration or example, point elaboration example. Then lastly is you restate your stand, you paraphrase, ikutlah. Okay, boleh Any questions? Tak ada Okay, if there's no questions, your paragraph should be how many words 120 words to 150 words. Okay, so after you finish writing your paragraph, please write the number of words lah. Okay, make sure maximum 150, minimum 120. Okay, boleh? Okay, I think kalau semua boleh, semua tak ada soalan, I think that's all for today's class lah. Okay, so take your time to write, and then don't forget to sign the attendance. Itulah, and submit your homeworks. Okay, so that's all for our class today. Thank you for attending and listening and participating. Okay, so Assalamualaikum. Okay, thank you.